What's up guys, just a quick heads up that the music was blocked in this video due to copyright, so I have muted the audio. However, I have provided a link to the song in the description, so you can open a new tab and listen to the song alongside with my reaction. Or you can just join me on Patreon for unedited footage. But for now, enjoy the video guys.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to the Beatles. We're going to listen to two songs off of their album Revolver, Here, There, and Everywhere, and then Yellow Submarine, as I said, off of their album Revolver, which was released in 1966. So two things really quick off the top of my head. Yellow Submarine, I don't know the whole song, but I'm pretty sure the chorus goes something like, "We're all down in a yellow submarine." So something like that. So I don't think I know the whole song, but I think that I've heard at least the chorus of that song. Otherwise, I don't know anything else about it. Number two, as you guys know, the Beatles, I don't know why, but all of my music that I upload from them, it gets blocked immediately. So I have the link in the description for you guys to go to Vimeo and watch it there. I mean, you click on my Patreon link, which will take you to Vimeo, and you can watch that. You don't even have to be on the Patreon page for that. But let me know what you guys think about this idea, because I'm trying to figure this out, because when I mute the songs here, and you can line them up with a link that I also put below if you want to do it that way, it seems that like not a lot of people really use that. So I was thinking if I just like cut up the reaction, like the song part of it, and then just get to the discussion part right after a little quicker, maybe that'll be a little better, because like I said, you can really just click the link at the top and see the full thing with the music. So I tried to make it as easy as possible. I'm just trying to make it as best as possible for you guys. So let me know what you think. But without further ado, let's get into the music. This is the Beatles with Here, There, and Everywhere, leading into Yellow Submarine.
Lead a better life.
So let's talk about Yellow Submarine first, which, like I said, I recognize the chorus and those returning lines, or repeating lines, rather. Yellow Submarine feels like a very, very feel good song from the Beatles. It feels like the Yellow Submarine, whatever that actually represents, but it feels like that's symbolic of just being happy of where you are in life, being happy of your lot, being happy of what you've been given and what you've been blessed with, and just being okay with the things that are around you. You know, as he says in the lyrics, you know, he has his friends around, and the band is there, and the music's good. Like, everything is okay in the Yellow Submarine, in your life. As long as the submarine is yellow and not the water, then then you're good. And the music is perfectly bouncy, very happy. It's very easygoing. Like I said, the two words that I come back to on this one are just feel good. I also like the strength of Ringo's kicks during it. It just adds a really nice strong beat on there. Bump, bum 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 bum. Like, it just adds a little extra something in there, a little extra power, and then the chorus is just like being rocked on the waves, sailing easy. Yeah, the guitar nicely accents and works perfectly along with the singing, like they're perfectly in tandem. So it just makes this whole thing really melodically and rhythmically satisfying to listen to. Now, I'm just curious personally. I know that Yellow Submarine is an incredibly popular song from the band, and like I said, it's a good song. But I'm curious as to why this song specifically became so popular. Because it's good, but they have some other gems that, like, haven't really been talked about that we've listened to so far on the album as well. So I'm just really curious, like, was it released as a single? Did somehow it gain traction? I'm just reading here a little bit. McCartney and Lennon wrote Yellow Submarine as a children's song and for Starr's vocal spot on the album. So this was Ringo who was singing here on the album. Well, it's not Octopus Garden, but you know, it'll do. It says that they had added some more, as they describe, festive nautical atmosphere by adding sounds of chains, bells, whistles. And I think that that's something that you hear a lot throughout the Beatles' music, as far as I've listened to, is that you got the main structure of the song, you got the main instruments, you got the singing and everything. All the things that you would expect. But then they seem to always take the time to add in that extra ingredient. They always seem to take the time to fine-tune the details and to really tell a story. And that's why I believe it was in the last video, and I've probably mentioned it before, that I feel like their strongest suit is their songwriting. Their ability to just write really, really good songs with just the right amount of depth. You know, some of the songs you can read into and you can get a lot out of it, and some of them are more just like, you know, just mood music, just feel good. And then everything in between. But they're going to give it to you, and they're going to give it to you with their brand of perfection. And then speaking of songwriting, as I kind of mentioned, one of the lyrics says, and the band begins to play, and that's when the brass section comes up, you know, the band begins to play. So, like I said, it's just all around nice songwriting, good song, good track. What more can you ask for? Personally, I really liked Here, There, and Everywhere, because I love the dreamy side of the Beatles. I like the fun, creative, adventurous side, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about their smoothness that gets me. I like how atmospheric this one is. I like how the vocals just perfectly kind of pace back and forth with each other. It kind of reminds me of the Beach Boys a little bit in their harmonies and the way that they bring those up. There's just calm waves that ebb and flow back and forth with the vocals, with the guitar, which is beautifully soft and melodic, that it all just comes together really well. There's just something quietly romantic about the way that he's singing, about what he's singing, just about the entire mood of that track. And if we get into the lyrics on that one, which I just closed for absolutely no reason, I pressed back too many times. So if we go back to the lyrics on there, and I'll talk about the lyrics on Yellow Submarine as well. I know I skipped those, but the intro and the beginning to Here, There, and Everywhere, to lead a better life, I need my love to be here. That first sentence covers everything. To lead a better life, I need my love to be here. So without even looking further into the lyrics, he's saying that for him to be a better person, for him to live the best life that he can, he needs his love with him. Here making each day of the year, changing my life with the wave of her hand. Nobody can deny that there's something there. There, running my hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere and she's beside me. I know I need never care, but to love her is to need her everywhere. He is just solely focused on her. She is, as they say, the apple of his eye. Where does that phrase come from? Hey, listen, this is a spontaneous show. Apple of my eye. Where does that come from? I'm just curious. Like, what is that? I'm just looking on Wikipedia. Originally, this term simply referred to the aperture at the center of the human eye, the pupil. The earliest appearance of the term, blah, 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 blah. There's also a few Bible verses that have it in there as well. I don't know, I'm just curious. As he says and wraps up in the end of the song, he says, I will be there and everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Wherever she is, he's going to be there right beside her because he needs her. Like, he cannot go on without her, so he needs to be near her. Ooh, now this is interesting, just reading off of Wikipedia. It says, Here, There, and Everywhere is a ballad that McCartney wrote. His inspiration for the song was the Beach Boys' God Only Knows. Maybe that's why those harmonies feel Beach Boyish. Okay. Which in turn, Brian Wilson has been inspired to write after repeatedly listened to Rubber Soul. Ooh, okay. Since I don't know the musical history and I'm just learning the songs from these bands, do the Beach Boys, or were the Beach Boys and the Beatles, were they like, well, I guess they had to be contemporaries. They had to be like, in the same era. So did they like interact at all? Is there any interaction between the Beach Boys and the Beatles? That's kind of cool though, just to even see that. Like, I had no idea that they had inspired each other. That is really, really cool actually. And then just backtracking to the lyrics of Yellow Submarine. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. So we sailed onto the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in our yellow submarine. Now, like I said, I don't know exactly what they were intending the yellow submarine to mean. I take it just as being happy with your lot in life. As they said, they had to look for this place. Someone else had been to this place, but they had to work to find it. But when they did finally find it, they found their happiness. So perhaps it just means the general idea of working towards your happiness, the pursuit of happiness. But once you finally reach that plateau, how good is it and how great does it feel? And as I mentioned before, all your friends are around you, your family's around you, just like it says in the lyrics. All our friends are aboard. The band begins to play. I think it's interesting the line where he says, many more of them live next door. Like, when I think of a literal submarine, I'm not thinking of people living next door to you. But it seems perhaps in this place where the submarines reside, wherever waters or territories these may be, it seems that everyone has found their happiness and their happy place in this metaphorical ocean, so to speak. Let me know what you guys thought of the songs. You can join me on Twitter in the comments down below. I hope that you're having a beautiful day. I hope that you found your own Yellow Submarine. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.